I think it's been a while since I make a movie review in this channel, so why not start again, right? Especially with this powerhouse of a flick right here. If you haven't watched it, you should. It will fulfill your action-hungry hearts and bloodthirsty souls. That was a little bit dark, but I hope you get what I mean. Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. Hi, my name is Mary and welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you guys are okay, are doing fine, are thriving despite this worldwide situation that we have right now. My mouth can't work right, but at least I'm speaking. I know that it's still a very glum situation right now, what with COVID and everything else that happened in our world, but I hope you are, you know, just living on, just moving with life, as I'm trying to do right now. And as always, before we begin, don't forget to click that bell button besides my subscribe button so you'll be notified if I upload something new. Now, as I said, with COVID-19 still looming above most of us right now, although congrats for all of the nations who are successfully conquering this particular pandemic situation, you have no idea how jealous I am to you guys. I wish we could reach that milestone as fast as possible because I am so bored at home. The cinemas in here won't open until I don't know when actually. There were plans in my country for them to be open at 29th of July, but after the sudden rise of the infected people, for the lack of other terms to describe those, unfortunate people, the plan was soon cancelled. So I guess why not review movies from our favorite streaming services? That's how I decided to watch The Old Guard, a movie that has a lot of hype when the trailer comes out. I didn't see the trailer though, but I knew that people were expecting this movie to be good. And the results? I will let you know my thoughts after I talk a little bit about the synopsis of the movie. It was about 4 immortals, led by a woman who, well, older than all of them, and how they fight wars in order to maintain order and save humanity, I believe. If I'm wrong about this, please let me know. I'm pretty sure maybe some of you is much more informed than me about this particular flick, because as I understand that this is also a comic, right? However, one botched mission led the antagonists to actually know who they were, which is immortals, that they existed.
Mother? Let's just say we're very hard to kill.
While actually they have been trying to be in the shadows for the last, I don't know, couple hundred of years, so they don't want to know people actually know what they're doing. I hope you understand what I mean. Knowing that now there are guys who hunted them, all of the guards are trying to avoid them while suddenly learning that there are someone new amongst them. And they have to find this someone new, they have to find her before the time runs out, before the bad guys catch up to them. That's kind of the gist of the movie, and if you haven't watched it, as always, stop here. The premise of this movie is interesting, and I'm glad how they become immortal and how they can connect to one another remains mysterious. No one knows whether they're going to die or whether they're going to keep living and fight. So everything is more focused on why they should keep on living. To keep the peace, to fight for the humans who are at stake. What caught my eyes when I first saw the team is how long they have known each other and how easy they could work with one another. But before we can actually see them in action, the first plot twist is introduced, which is the main problem of the movie, I believe. And that's how we learn about their special powers. Then we move on to the more repeatable part of the movie, which is the action sequences. They were long, they look complicated, but they are very pleasing for the eyes. Especially if you love fast-paced action flicks like Mission Impossible, Kingsman, and so on and so forth. I praise the choreographers for creating such beautiful movements and for the cinematographer to capture them. When I saw Charlize Theron moved her body and just moved her limbs, it took my breath away. It is obvious that she is the star of the show, and how the scene moves and how she moves show that very vividly. And she looked amazing with a pixie cut hairdo, don't you agree? But since they focus heavily on the action, dare I say that it dampens the storyline? It made the journey pretty predictable and quite simple. But I do like how we get to see Andy's past, where we learn how she got her heart broken because of a comrade and a friend that she was left behind. It gave us some kind of understanding why she has been skeptical to the people that she saved and that people that she must protected, to be honest, which is us, normal humans. Sadly, that flashback only appeared for a brief moment, yet the gloomy mood persists from the beginning to the middle of the movie, from the start when they are, shot, all of them, and until what's her name, Niall. Until Niall realizes that her gun was empty. And the gloomy mood worsened for me, this is like a very personal opinion, it is affected by a very, very weird music scores choices. God, I hope I do not offend anyone about this. But don't get me wrong, the music choices weren't bad. It's not very well placed. Why would they choose electropop or R&B for a very quick action scenes instead of instrumental or rough beat musics? I have no idea. Maybe it's easier. For me, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit with the feel of the scene and it bothers me a lot. But the music progressively gets better towards the end, especially that last battle. That was amazing. Everything went great together. I even loved it when Niall dived down from, I don't know how many floors were that, because that was a great death. Both for Niall and for Merrick, which is the villain. I support that fall 100%. As for the characters, the story revolves around Andy and the new blood, Niall. Andy being the more mature and more experienced, and Niall being the one that just woke up with this very, very strange powers, but incredible power, that is. In this distressing situation, being chased by an insane, crazy rich pharmacist that wants their secret, apparently, resulting in them having to work together. Both Andy and Niall hold the similar amount of weight throughout the movie. But unfortunately for me, every other characters involved are not really showing their true potential. I love them though. The pair of lovers, even the backstabber person and the person that identifies them first, the one that gave them that bogus mission, all of them have their own stories, yet it is not fully explored. Yet, I mean, looking at the epilogue, you just know that there's going to be a sequel, right? I just hope that we get to see more of others in the next movie. So, should you watch this movie? If you expect a very serious film that might make you think, like Snowpiercer for instance, then this is not what you're looking for. The Old Guard packed with swift fights, good enough drama, and a bittersweet ending, but a not so subtle hint about what's coming after. It was entertaining enough for everyone to watch. The idea is interesting, just not so great that you want to watch it over and over again, And that's it. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this movie review, and if you do, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And I just want to thank you again, guys, so much for waiting for my stuff to come out. I know that it's been very, very slow due to work and any other extracurricular activities that I have going on, which is a lot. And I appreciate your support, I appreciate your patience, and please stay here and just be with me in this adventure about movies and series and me fangirling on everything else. So I will see you guys next time. Bye!